Another grid that we've all noticed are the chemtrails. They're spraying barium and aluminum. And what does that spell on the periodic table? Baal is a prominent ancient Canaanite deity associated with storms, fertility, and war. It's not a coincidence that this deity is associated with storms, fertility, and war. What's happening in our society right now? Weather modification, war on families, and gender, thus fertility, and war and global conflicts, which is a blood sacrifice. And now they happen to be spraying the two things that spell out their God on the periodic table associated with all these things. This is another frequency grid design. I will also add aluminum is a neurotoxin in high dosages.
Has a toxic limit of 50 parts per billion or micrograms per liter of aluminum. And we're talking, 50 is the limit for federal. And we're talking local people that are drinking rainwater that's doing thousands. But when it starts going into the thousands, like we're getting in rain and snow water now, and I'm not talking just Mount Shasta, I'm talking all over the United States, you're getting in the thousands.
Parts per billion.
Parts per billion, micrograms per liter. It's just astounding.
Mount Shasta, pristine Mount Shasta, 8,000 foot level, 61,000 micrograms per liter, 4 times the amount that is found in the soil up there. Where in the hell is this stuff coming from if it's not come from the soil? These tests are international in scope. We're seeing this all over the world, guys. The aluminum in the soil has doubled in the last 10 years. Aluminum blocks essential nutrients. I am unable in my garden to restore normal pH. And that's because nanoparticles are now in the circulatory systems in humans.
Here's a photo taken by my friend Sandy after they sprayed the sky with chemtrails. As you can see, these look identical to the sand frequencies. I think 5G is only part of the directed frequency energy weapon system. My personal belief is that smart dust is powered by AI, and that has been being sprayed on us for a long time, influencing and being influenced by our biofield. It's why when you think of something, it appears in your feed. This is an integration into these biometric biofield smart grids where they can control the mass perception of fear loops through these impulses of frequency.
True story of a prison in America that has, or had at the time, 500 inmates, all sentenced between life imprisonment or lethal injection. So you could imagine all the evil they have done under the sun. Every warden they brought, he would not last maximum a year because these inmates, they were vicious. They have nothing else to lose. One day they brought this prison warden who happened to be a solid Christian. He came, he said, give me 12 months, I'll make them all angels. He said, but on one condition, whatever I say goes. They said, anything for you. He came, he cleaned the entire prison, painted all the walls, got rid of all the graffitis. He started writing biblical verses on every wall, on every corner, biblical verses everywhere. So these inmates, when they came out of their cell, every wall they looked at, there was a biblical verse written on the wall. And he put the Holy Bible in every cell. After 1 year, those cell doors were no longer locked. They all gave their life to Christ. All of them, all 500, became the safest prison ever in America.
The Bible verses held power and became a spiritual grid, exercising the demonic grip it had on the inmates and property. When they allowed Jesus in, peace followed, much like the movie 13 Ghosts, where spells were etched in glass to keep the spirits captive, which is also a spiritual grid. Again, when we spell, we are casting spells, then bringing them to life with our tuning fork, our tongues. Your words hold power, coupled with downloading God through the Bible verses are God's various forms of frequencies. It becomes part of the Christ consciousness grid. I've heard people say they don't believe in what they can't see, but you can't see air or bacteria, but through the right lens, you can. If you want to support the channel, you know what to do. Thank you for your time and attention. These videos are covered in the blood of Christ.